Welcome to the program Across the Niger Delta, the weekend edition of Niger Delta Today. The program is designed to take you on a journey through the unique culture, lifestyle, and people of the Niger Delta region, with a touch of entertainment to spice up your weekend. On the program, we also focus on addressing the socio-economic and environmental challenges faced by communities in the area, while also promoting inclusivity and resilience, as well as showcasing the rich cultural heritage of the region. On the program, we also interface with industry experts and locals on the opportunities and challenges facing the region. I am Averu Swogene Ebo. Do stay with us.
On this edition, Akwa Ibom State Government sets motion for upward review of pension for workers who retired before 2021. 39 suspected internet fraudsters arrested at different locations in Benin City by operatives of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Still on the programs, calls heightened to revive moribund seaports across the Niger Delta region. On the big story, President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, commissions infrastructural projects in Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District.
Those are some of the top stories on the program today. We will take a journey through some of our biggest stories for the week. Let's begin with oil palm production and challenges and its potentials.
Know the techniques of the business, the nitty-gritty of this stuff. So if they empower us by giving us a soft loan, then I saw the governor did something the right time. He said banks of industry or something like that. So I believe if we are given a loan, maybe a soft loan or free interest loan, it will go a long way, because by the time you come into the business with maybe 10,000 naira, 10 million naira, and you buy your product, you don't have to sell it over here. But for now, since the production is very low, we have maybe in a month, we have only 30 gallons. We cannot take it to the north because the transportation, of course, will take everything, your interest. So if you have the money that we at hand at the moment, like 10 million to 20, 15 million naira, you'll be able to produce those things, then take it to the north at the same time. Then we make good money out of it, make good profits.
Still in Nsurubium, the journey of oil palm from tree to table unfolds processing facilities like this one. Yet, the story of oil production here. For over 500 years, this region has been oiling the wheels of development to as far as Great Britain. Even with the discovery of crude oil, the Niger Delta still has much to contribute to the economic growth of the nation through the oil palm, of which Akwa Ibom is the chief producer. Nestled within the lush greenery of the Niger Delta, Akwa Ibom stands as a beacon of prominence in the cultivation and processing of the oil palm, contributing significantly to the nation's agricultural sector. With over 84 million hectares of arable land and a good chunk of it dedicated to oil palm cultivation, Akwa Ibom boasts an impressive production output, accounting for well over 50% of Nigeria's total oil palm production. This thriving industry not only sustains livelihood, but also drives economic growth, positioning Akwa Ibom as a key player in the global palm oil market. Join us as we explore the intricate web of traditions, innovations, and challenges that shape the oil palm industry in Akwa Ibom. From the resilient farmers tending their ancestral groves to the visionary entrepreneurs spearheading technological advancement, we uncover the stories behind Akwa Ibom's place of prominence in oil palm production. We're here in Nkpanenin, a key hub of oil palm production in Akwa Ibom State, and we're being joined by Mr. Obot, a farmer, to share with us the importance of oil palm to this community and how they are going about it.
This particular farm is about 186 hectares. We have been able to plant palm fruit on about 26 hectares. If you can see this particular one, this is the already existing plantation. This one is about 16 hectares. And if you see the new one that I just planted year before last, November, it's about 7 hectares. We are still looking for support from the government. We don't just plant. We start from the nursery. All our nursery products are from Niger. We will get the sprouted nut from Niger. We nurse it. I will show you our nursery farm. We nurse it there between 8 to 10 months, and we move from the nursery to the field. There's what we call Dura and Pesifera. Like this one, if you check this old one, they are Dura. They will have big nut, but they will not produce more oil. This one we will have only small nut, but can produce more oil. So people prefer to patronize agri product than the Dura product. As it stands like this, these are Pesifera. At that stage, we still call them Tenera seedlings. So all the products are coming from one source. They produce TPO. The difference between TPO and SPO is that the TPO has FFA. If you check oil, you see the up will be clean, nothing inside, but you see this side, our people will say this is the best, the thick oil. But if I go to the market, I don't eat this. These are the free fatty acid, but God has been faithful to us. We have been eating it from the days of our young age. But when I started this work, I discovered that these things are not good. This particular one cannot enter any international market. So if they are selling TPO, for instance, Tony Mass at 25,000, if I produce SPO and the uptaker will come and taste it and free fatty acid is free, nothing is there, I will be selling it at 75,000. You see the difference? But the difference is TPO, you will get more quantity, but low quality, because they will keep these bunches for 2 weeks for the thing to ferment so that they can get more oil. But SPO process, after 48 hours, you put them in the machine and produce your oil. You get low quantity of oil, but quality. But in the other side of the TPO, you get more quantity, but low quality. You cannot pass Nigeria.
Which position?
Nsirubium, another hot spot for oil palm cultivation, boasts vast plantation that stretch as far as the eye can see. But behind this picture-perfect scenery lies a complex web of challenges. We're being joined by Mr. Kani Okoko, who has been in the oil palm business for some time now and is going to share with us some of the challenges facing the oil palm production in his area.
Palm oil business is capital intensive. And if you bring the little money, like 500,000 into it, how many gallons will you have? You have nothing. Most of us, why we decided to sell it around this Akwa Ibom is that the production is low because of our finances. So if the government help us with loan, not that we need the money that they should come and dash us the money. No, we have been into the business and we know the techniques of the business, the nitty-gritty of the stuff. So if they empower us by giving us a soft loan, then I saw the governor did something the other time. He said banks of industry or something like that. So I believe if we are given a loan, maybe a soft loan or free interest loan, it will go a long way, because by the time you come into the business with maybe 10,000 naira, 10 million naira, and you buy your product, you don't have to sell it over here. But for now, since the production is very low, we have maybe in a month we have only 30 gallons. We cannot take it to the north because the transportation, of course, will take your interest. So if you have the money that we at hand at the moment, like 10 million to 20, 15 million naira, you'll be able to produce those things, then take it to the north at the same time. Then we make good money out of it, make good profits.
Still in Nsirubium, the journey of oil palm from tree to table unfolds processing facilities like this one. Yet, the story of oil production here is not solely about economic gains, but also about sustainability, among other concerns. Here at Akpanandem Oil Palm Depot, one of the largest cooperatives in Akwa Ibom State, we speak to the secretary of the cooperative, a trader and member. to tell us the role of the depot in the oil palm trade. What is the demand for palm oil like?
The market is very large. The market is very large. But we are still looking for more buyers.
So how do you source for this commodity, and how do you also get the buyers?
We have the factors that go into rural areas to bring the oil here. And because the price here is very competitive, a lot of people choose to bring their oil here. So the supply is not so much a problem. A lot of people come here, the houses, some of our men, we have a lot of buyers here. They will buy the oil from the factors who will sell to the depot operators. Then the depot operators will finally sell to the end, to the buyers.
And here in Ibesikpo Asutan, we meet with Mr. Kufre Ita Etuk, a stakeholder in the industry, to give insight on how to balance the benefits of oil palm production with the effort put in as a stakeholder.
It's one of God's greatest gifts to humanity. One of God's greatest gifts. And then once it starts fruiting, it takes, like every month, you just harvest, every month. So if you have a sizable plantation, you can be getting your harvest every other month. That's all it takes. Though there are different species. The one we have here is called Niger. It was planted in the early 90s, some late 80s. So, but there are different species now. We now have the other improved species like the Malaysian breed and so many other breeds like that. So it all depends on that. And then this breed also determines the productivity level that the palm trees will produce. So that's just it. But it's very lucrative. It's lucrative and all, but you need to be a good business manager to be able to succeed in the business, just like every other business. It's not really about the state government. What we need is federal government to review some of its commerce policies. The state government has done enough. I know the government has also established a lot of mills, like in Ibesikpo and here we have one. There's a big mill that was established under Architect Abon Victor's administration. So the government has done enough to even help the community people to process their palm oil and then the kernel also. So they've done that. But the government will they won't come and weed your farm for you. Government won't come and produce your goods for you. So they've done all they can, but it's not enough though. I think if we can also boost, you can send some support to the farmers, those that are genuinely doing the business. You can give them some kind of grants. But I know it's been going on, but there's still room for improvement. The government is doing its best. I know about that, but there's still room for improvement. It's never enough.
Meanwhile, in Nasarawa Oil Palm Depot, the heartbeat of the oil palm trade in Akwa Ibom State, we speak with the Serikin Hausa in Akwa Ibom State and the chairman of the oil palm traders in Nasarawa about the depot's significance in supplying oil palm products to distant markets around Nigeria and possibly beyond.
Palm oil business is a big business. Mostly in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom is the #1 state with palm oil. But the government are not looking into it. Everybody's eye went on crude oil. Crude oil. The palm oil is a big business. We load so many trucks here, just like the petrol and the gas. And they are all from Akwa Ibom. If you can check, you can see our trucks loading all over. All these ones are going to the north, and they are from Akwa Ibom. So let the government support the business. If there is probability of them coming into the business and make the oil to be well refined, it will be a vegetable oil. It will be one of the, it will be the best oil to the states. And much revenue will come, and it will attract much customers from different places. North is the major stakeholders of the business of palm oil. They do take it to other places, but where we talk of the major dealers of oil, go to Kanu, Galadima, go to Gombe, the palm oil market, some in Meduguri, other places we supply them oil.
Akwa Ibom oil is among the best, and we are trying our best also to screen to make sure we buy the best, not adulterated on, to sell to the northern part. So we are appealing to the government to come to our aid, at least drainage system and also the security light, street light. Then we like the necessary environment, ministry, to assist us with some modern facilities whereby we will, be testing the oil to make sure the oil they are bringing from the villages to us is the great one that we'll buy and also shift it to the north, so that you will bring, more patronage to the businesses.
As the days go by in the Niger Delta, the voices of its people resonate with a shared sentiment. Oil palm is not just a crop, but a lifeline. Its testimonies reveal its vital role in sustaining families and supporting local economies, despite the challenges of land rights disputes, market fluctuations, and environmental concerns. This narrative reflects both prosperity and responsibility, underscoring the delicate balance between economic development and environmental preservation. In the hearts of those who call this region home, the legacy of generation past meets with the aspiration of a sustainable future.
Earlier in the week, we also looked at reviving moribund seaports to boost economic development in the Niger Delta region. So stay tuned.
Welcome to the Big Story segment of the program. Thanks for staying with us. Now, economic opportunity is a key pathway to prosperity, and the Niger Delta region is no exemption. Apart from crude oil, the region is blessed with ample waterways that define the region's geography, a pathway to facilitate trade. The region is blessed with on a port in Port Harcourt, MP Awari, and then the developing ones like Agay Deep Sea Port in Bayelsa, Ibaka Deep Sea Port in Akwa Ibom, and one in Cross River, which are not functional. Stakeholders in the region are worried that the non-availability of these ports is frustrating the effort being made to develop the non-oil export sector of the region. Joining us in the conversation is our guest, President, Ijaw Youth Council Worldwide, Alaye Tari Fearfulis, who is standing by in our Abuja studio to give us details. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning. Okay, let's begin with the economic benefits. Would reviving the deep sea port in the Niger Delta benefit the region as a whole?
Basically, the answer to your question is yes, because we understand the economic importance of the deep sea ports that are all over the Niger Delta. But over time, we are also aware that they have not been functioning to its capacity, the maximum capacity, the way it ought to be operating. And those are some of the concerns that we as people of the Niger Delta are having. Because as a people, before the invention of democracy in 1999, as young people that were roaming around the street of Port Harcourt, we understand how important and how contributive the Port Harcourt seaport was to youth in terms of creating jobs and also balancing the economy of the state and also contributing to the IGRO of Port Harcourt. So if we're talking about economic diversity in the Niger Delta, we cannot leave the seaports that are all over the Niger Delta that at this present point in time, I would say being non-functional. Because what we are saying is that products, vessels that ought to be coming to the Niger Delta, seaports are being diverted to maybe the Lagos port and all the rest, and we've been having this concern why the federal government, under the Ministry of Transport, cannot, as a matter of stabilizing the regional economy, put political willingness to revive the seaport so that they can contribute meaningfully to the development and the economic well-being of the Niger Delta. As you know, we have the Warri Seaport, the Port Harcourt One, and the Calabar. I can tentatively tell you that none of them is operating optimally presently, just because of the non-willingness of the political players. You know, in the just past administration of President Ahmed Buhari, where we have our own son as the Minister of Transportation, categorically making a statement that the reason why some of our seaports are not functional is because of the security challenges. And as a youth organization, we've also taken it upon ourselves how we can sensitize our people within the coastal areas, how we can restore the needed peace in the region in order for our seaport to be functional and the needed vessel coming in, like the petroleum products that are being imported. We were believing that those ones that ought to be supplied within the Niger Delta region, those laden ought to be offloading their goods within those seaports that are located in the Niger Delta in order to decongest those in the seaport in Apapa, Lagos. That's to our greatest dismay. After all our agitation and all the rest, we haven't also seen that come to bear. We know it has a lot of economic benefits, but the political willingness of the players to make it function so that the people of the Niger Delta will benefit has been the bone of contention. And under this Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration, and our own being the head of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, we are believing that policies are going to be made, directives are going to be given in order for the seaports located in the Niger Delta region contribute meaningfully for the benefit of the people of the Niger Delta and for the larger interests of Nigeria. Today, the Port Harcourt Aba.
Okay, Mr. Laye.
I can hear you.
Mr. Laye. So let's look at the local industry. How does the presence of this deep sea port contribute to the development of local industries in the Niger Delta region?
Yes, because it has a multiply effect. When you have seaport, the deep seaports being at your doorstep, you know, foreign materials that need to patronize the local industries, cost of transportation from getting some materials from Lagos to Port Harcourt or Lagos to Calabar or Lagos to Akwa Ibom State will drastically come down. Definitely local investors are going to get their raw materials that they will use in running their businesses at a cheaper rate, because we all understand maritime or water transportation is the cheapest, and bringing goods that will definitely boost the local investors in terms of materials, we know that we will get it at cheaper rate. Outside that, the seaport come with a lot of investors. Those are also a group of persons that will definitely partake in our local economy in terms of coming into the construction area, building factories, and all the rest. So we believe that it has a lot to do in terms of the local economy. What about the IGRs that will be coming from the industry? Those are the funds that will definitely also be used in construction of infrastructure in the region. So we have the deep seaport and the seaport are one of those areas that we believe that we need to come up to strengthen our local industry and all the rest. And that is why you see day in, day out, we are going on sensitizing our people and also appealing to the presidency and the state governors how they can collaborate to see that these our seaports are revived and they are back to their optimal operating standard for the benefit not just for the people of the Niger Delta, but Nigeria at large, and for the betterment and stabilization of our economy as a whole. I believe that is the basic area I believe that the seaport has to play in terms of strengthening the local economy and industrializing, and also bringing in investors that will understand the importance and how open the Niger Delta region is in terms of doing business. And creating business-friendly environment has always been in our top gear. We will keep on sensitizing our people to see that we benefit from all this area.
Okay, Mr. Laye, what infrastructural developments do you think are necessary to support the operation of a deep-sea port in the Niger Delta region?
Frankly speaking, in as much as I know, most of our seaports are already deep sea, so we don't really think dredging of those seaports are challenges. Those are not. And in terms of road infrastructure, the Port Harcourt-Aba train line is presently going to commence this month. So bringing in goods to the Niger Delta seaports and exporting them or transporting them to other neighboring states, I don't think there will be serious issues. Anyway, in terms of road infrastructure, when the need arises, where there is need for us to dualize those roads, we will definitely know, and the government of the various states, through the IGRs that are coming in those areas, will definitely put those funds into those areas that need expansion in terms of road, because once these seaports are functional, we know very well that there is going to be some form of traffic. So in the area of road infrastructure, we need it. While we are talking about the local security, to give these seaports the needed security and the enabling environment to operate, we would want the state government and the federal government to also come in synergy with the people, partner with them to see how they can strengthen the coastal security, involving the locals within the area for the purpose of securing the coastal line in order for this vessel to be coming in peacefully. While we will continue to engage and interface with our youth, to adopt peaceful coexist with investors so that the region will be open and wide enough. Security is one area we believe that we need collaboration, expansion and expanding of our road to avoid unnecessary traffic so that goods that will be coming to these seaports can get to their destination within the neighboring state easily, and also partnering with the state government to avoid double taxation, so that we will enable us to give the investors that trust and confidence that yes, the Niger Delta is a region that will be good and open for investment. I believe security, infrastructure, partnering with those that are living within the coastline for a peaceful security structure for this vessel to come in. I mean, apart from those, I don't think would need any other thing in order for these seaports to be functional.
Okay, Mr. Laye, let's look at international trade.
Okay.
How will the deep sea port, impact international trade in the region?
Yes, that's number one. You bring in goods, you export goods from the seaports. People that does not really have good understanding of the runnings or the business opportunities in the Niger Delta, to come in to the seaports with their goods will give them different dimension, understanding and orientation about the Niger Delta environment in terms of business and business friendliness. We understand that the seaport covers business opportunities. International trading, like importation, exportation, bringing of raw materials, building of dockyards, that will definitely also produce local needs, fabrication of goods that will be also needed in the oil sector. It will reduce the stress that we are given to importation of foreign goods. So investors will definitely come in and also set their factories. That is the local and the international bilateral relationship that we are going to have. And once that synergy is built, I believe the Niger Delta environment is completely diversified. What we are praying for as a people and what we are looking towards is how we can diversify the economy. A Niger Delta outside the oil and gas era is what we are looking at. And we believe the blue economy, the deep sea, has a vital role to play. This is one area that we have not really explored, and we believe that with the establishment and the optimal functioning of our seaport, definitely the blue economy of the Niger Delta is also going to be diversified and revived. And that on its own is an economic advantage to the people of the Niger Delta. And I believe very well if these seaports, deep seaports that are located in the Niger Delta are put into optimal use, like the one that is being constructed, that is undergoing construction in Bonny, and the one, the bomb seaport that is going on in Akwa Ibom State. These are areas that once it's become functional, it will open the Niger Delta to the world. And from that, we know foreign investors are going to come in. Already we have the oil and gas sector domiciled majorly in the Niger Delta. And when this seaport becomes functional, I believe more investors will come. And in even the energy mix, we are believing that through the seaport, people that will be coming to do solar electricity, building solar farms in our sea areas, building of wind energy, because in the energy mix, these are some areas that the Niger Delta region have comparative advantage. And we believe that with this deep sea opening up, bringing foreign investors and giving them the environmental structure, the geographical balance of the Niger Delta, we believe very well we are going to have more foreign investors coming into the Niger Delta, which will not just be to the interest of the people of the Niger Delta as a whole, but to the general interest of Nigeria. We are looking at a Niger Delta is beyond the economy of oil and gas. And with this deep sea coming into functionality, I believe we are having more foreign investors coming in, and which will boost the local economy for the benefit of the people of the Niger Delta.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alaya.
During the week, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll bring you more on the program across the Niger Delta. Do stay with us.
AD Film Workshop. Are you a young adult with a passion for storytelling and content creation? Do you dream of becoming a filmmaker and content creator? Then you should register for the ADBN Smartphone Film Workshop, an exciting opportunity brought to you by ADBN TV. Embark on a journey to unlock your creative potential by learning the art of filmmaking, sound design, and lighting using your smartphone. This is your chance to turn your ideas into reality. So hurry now and register via our website at www.adbntv.com. But wait, that's not all. Your creations will be aired on ADBN TV, channel 258 on DSTV, 140 on StarTimes, Avo TV app, Limex World TV app, and Niger TV app, reaching audiences far and wide. And guess what? 3 lucky winners will be selected for the grand cash